Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to emulate today. It's actually very easy and simple. Um, some of them are more complicated than others, some of the older emulators, but like once you get the gist of it, it's basically the same for everyone. So uh, yeah, I'm gonna go over some of the graphics settings. Um, some just I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna start first with just how to actually get the emulator working, and then I'll go over how to get your controller working, and then optimizing your graphic settings and all that stuff. But one thing to note is if you're using a wired controller, or if your controller gets disconnected in any way at all, the game will drop to like 2 frames a second when disconnecting and reconnecting a controller. So if your wire does fall out easily, or you have like a loose port or something, just beware of that because that can happen. There were actually several times in this gameplay that it actually happened. But I cut it out obviously because that wouldn't be very nice on the eyes. Um, but yeah, I'm using Shaolin monks uh as like an as an example. But yeah, enough yapping. Let's get into it. Alright, so starting off here, we're gonna go to vim.net. This is a website. It has a lot of emulators and a lot of ROMs and stuff to get your games. They don't have every emulator in the world. So here they don't have 3DS, they don't have Wii U, but they do have most of these games here. And then you can go over to the vault here, all these consoles, um, here. So going to the emulation layer, um, you can also get these emulators from like their official website, but it's the same thing. So yeah. So this is what the main one I use, the one I'm gonna be showing today, because PS2 is just, it's pretty cool. Um, PCSX2. Um, so it does require a BIOS, which you'll see while you're setting it up. Um, this isn't exactly it, but you'll see something like this. It'll ask you to open the BIOS folder, stuff like that. All you gotta do, you just gotta type in PS2 BIOS, and they'll have some here. Here is where I got mine. Internet Archive is like a really trusted spot for ROMs and BIOS. Um, so yeah, just download yours from there. Once you have the file, you just um, you'll be here. You just open this up, and then you drag it in there. You gotta choose your country though. They have several countries. You gotta choose your country, of course. But yeah, once you do that, you got a couple more settings to go, and you're basically done. Now, to do this and stuff, we gotta go to our files. You wanna go to I use New Volume C, but any storage drive that you want. You wanna make a new folder called emulation, and in that you wanna like make folders for all your games. Um, Now some emulators like Xbox 360 one, the Xenia one. How it works is you just open the, oh, wrong button, my bad. You open the file here, and then it'll have all your games right there. So it doesn't, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't show up right here. But for most emulators, like the Dreamcast one and the PS2 one, which I'll show now, um, they can show up like this. So, um, to get them to do this, basically what you want to do is you want to go to your settings. um, or no, sorry. You'll this won't be here. You'll see add game directory, and it's also in your settings right here. And to do that, what you want to do is you want to go to said emulation file, and then go to your PS2 games. It won't show the ROMs, but they're there. Once you select the folder, yes, scan them recursively. Here we go, and they'll show up here because it automatically reads all the ROMs in that file. So, and that's it. You just double click on them, and then and you're chilling. Um, Usually Vulkan is either Vulkan or 3D11. Usually, give me the best performance. Depending on your CPU, it's gonna vary. Like if you have a lower CPU, then you're gonna have to change it up a little bit. Um, but yeah, usually I use either Vulkan or Direct 11. Some games like Star Wars Episode 3, where when there's a lot of things going on, like if there's a lot of enemies and clones shooting blasters, or like if there's a lot of people with lightsabers or a lot of lightsabers on screen, it's going to it's gonna be the game itself's FPS isn't gonna dip, but basically they have the emulators FPS and then the game's FPS. You know what, game's FPS is. It's how fast the game runs, but the video FPS is like the lower that FPS is, it's kind of like slow motion, if that makes sense. Kind of goes in slow motion. Um, so that'll happen with this game. It doesn't happen to me in Shaolin Monks. Um, it didn't happen to me in Spider-Man 2 or Def Jam, but for other games, it's gonna be different for every game. Uh, these two settings right here also will help with the frame rate issues. Um, but um, like I said, you're gonna have to change it up. Even if you have a really powerful CPU, you're probably gonna have to change it up here and there. Um, and this goes the same way with, I have a separate file for all my emulators, but this goes the same way for Redream for the Dreamcast. Um, thought I had it open already, but I guess not. Um, Yeah, it's basically gonna be the same thing. It's a little, I say more complicated. It's still not complicated, but there are more layers to it than there are on PCSX2. Um, it's gonna open up here. Very sleek, by the way. This is very pleasing on the eyes. Um, Library. You want to add directory? I've done this a couple times, but for some reason it hasn't. Yeah, you see Dreamcast. You don't want to select the game because you want it to just read them. Uh, oh wait, hang on. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now it's there. Takes a while for the image to load in, but the image will load in, which is pretty cool. Um, Now, yeah, there it is. Moving on to how to do your controller and stuff. You want to go to settings, once again, controllers, and then port 1 and port 2, I'll just go here. So these are all going to be binded to like nothing. Um Unless they I think there might have some keyboard keybinds here and there, but yeah, literally all you do is D-pad up, then hit up D-pad, left D-pad, right D-pad, down, left analog up. It's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, this is where you map everything. Um, that's how most emulators have it, somewhere in the settings. They'll have Xenia just automatically does it. But some of the other emulators, such as Redream, you gotta go to, I believe it's input, yeah, port 0, and then you can customize your binds here. This one also automatically has automatic binds. I'm not sure how much they work. I've never actually played the original Dreamcast, so I don't know how accurate they are. Um, it's very similar to the GameCube one as well, Dolphin. Most emulators have them in that general area where somewhere in the settings there's a way to remap everything. But yeah, that's actually about it. I mean, you're pretty much done. I, kind of yapped a little bit, but once you have everything here, you could just double click on it, W click on it. The first time you save your game, it's gonna ask you if you want to load a memory card or create a memory card. Just say yes. It's just gonna automatically create a memory card and save everything to it. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Um, Hope you found this helpful. If you did, you should leave a like, stuff like that. I stream on Twitch now. Um, Brit2Zesty. So, if that's the thing you're interested in, then check that out. Anyway, hope it helped you out. Pretty easy, like I said. Um, any questions? Leave them in the comments. I still haven't tried out a lot of emulators. Um, so I don't know how all of these work. But from all of them that I've tried, they're basically the same thing. So yeah. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed, and see you later. Bye bye.